What's up, guys? This is ColdSaint out of Norwalk, Iowa, and we're on GFG TV right now.
West. This your boy Big Ray West, and we're tuned into GFG TV, man. Who we got in the building today?
What up, man? It's ColdSaint here out of Norwalk, Iowa.
For people discovering ColdSaint for the first time, who are you? What do you want them to know about your music?
My name's ColdSaint. I like to make music with a message, like a lot of artists do. I think the biggest message you could take away from my music is tragedy to triumph. I personally believe that 10% of the problems you have are the problem itself, 90% of it's how you handle it. And I like to take my tragedies and turn them into triumphs using my music.
Damn, say that again.
Say it again. Say it again.
So I'll be looking at you or looking at the camera?
Whatever you like.
Whatever I like? All right, cool.
Like. Wherever feels comfortable for you. So your music is rooted in real life struggles and resilience. When did you realize your story could inspire other people?
It took a little while, man. I started rapping when I was 10, and I was terrible. I was just freestyling in my room on my bunk bed, hanging out. And when I was 12, my mom, she got sick with cancer, and my stepdad started drinking more, and things got kind of abusive in the house, and I don't know, it turned into an outlet for me. I started rapping about stuff that mattered. And I think around 14, I did my high school talent show, 14 or 15, and I did the audition where I did like a fun, hype, just regular rap song, and I made it into the finals by one vote. And when I went into the finals, I switched to like a real song about things I'm really feeling, what I'm really thinking, and I performed it for my whole school. And I won the whole thing by a landslide, and I realized there's something there, that's resonating, and I just kept doing that. So.
That's beautiful.
So, did you always go by the name ColdSaint, or what was the name back then?
It's always been ColdSaint. There was a short. You're the only person that ever asked me that. There was a short period where everybody in school called me Young Money. But
I love it.
For literally like a month or two. That was so short. And while I was like, I was still ColdSaint at the time, but that was a nickname some people gave me in high school. And but I actually got the name ColdSaint. I was walking my dog. I was 12 years old, and my real name's Noah St. John. And I was trying to make something with my last name because I like my last name. And I was being cringy, walking my dog in the middle of winter, and I was like, Young Saint, Dr. Saint, Little Saint.
Absolutely.
And then I'm like, man, it's so cold outside. And I'm like, oh, ColdSaint. And I put it on a beanie, or my brother's girlfriend put it on a beanie as I think a birthday gift, and it just stuck, and I kept keeping it. Now it's trademark. It's mine now.
Nice. Looking back, what was your biggest obstacle that you had to overcome getting where you are today?
Biggest obstacle I had to overcome? That's a good question. I guess I had to overcome my own thoughts. There was a time in my life where I was, a little suicidal, and I was having issues as a teenager, and I had to just overcome that internal struggle, I guess, and like keep pushing. And like I think I found purpose through music, and just locking in on that and like directing all of those feelings, all of that energy into the songs. I think that might have been like the hardest part to figure out.
Did you ever like when you decided that you wanted to be a rapper, did you ever face any like backlash trying to be in the community, or like, you know what I'm saying, like being a white rapper? Was there any difficulty getting in, or did you feel like you were accepted immediately?
I wouldn't say I was accepted immediately, but like I wouldn't say it was like this huge prevalent issue all the time. But every now and then, like there was a time in like Kansas City, I went to go do a show. Keep in mind, I'm on the flyer, but like security wouldn't let me in because white dudes don't rap, like stuff like that. Really? I ended up having to rap in line to prove that I rap. And then he was like, my bad, come on in.
That motherfucker better buy some merch too.
I've had that, I've had like some, I get the Eminem thing all the time. Oh, he's a knockoff Eminem. He's a wannabe Eminem. I feel like that's mostly just because I'm white. I mean, I don't even cuss in my raps. I don't understand.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a little bit of an issue, but it's not like, it's not going to stop me. That's for sure.
So your music blends vulnerability with motivation. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I'd say that's a good way to word it.
Where does your songwriting usually begin, with the beat or a lyric or an emotion? Like when you start writing a song, how's the process start for you?
I surf through beats on beats on beats until I find something that I'm feeling. I then think of a title for the song. I think of like what I want the song to be called.
Yeah.
And then I tell the story from there. I listen to the song on repeat, on the beat. I listen to the beat on repeat over and over and over and over and over and over again. I just keep writing and writing and writing.
Yeah, I'm similar to that too, man. I know guys that just start writing though, like just start writing bars and shit, and then they go find a beat. You know what I'm saying? Put bars to a beat type shit. Like,
Yeah, I've done both.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, woo.
I would prefer the creative process to be intricate all at once.
Yeah.
For it to all come together at once. But I definitely have seen people that do that. I've seen people that just have a stack of rhymes that they can rhyme to any beat and make it sound good.
Yeah, them dudes that been in jail though.
Yeah, yes they are. Yes they are.
The homies that coming home from doing a bid, they like that. They got them notebooks, boy, and they just
Go to any
put a
bit.
beat on, boy. Let's do songs.
Yup.
Okay, artists like Eminem, NF, Hopsin, MGK, you say influenced your style. What lessons have you taken from each of them, or what type of influences?
I guess I related a lot to NF growing up. I liked a lot of like Eminem's. Who didn't like Eminem? I just liked Eminem stuff. I think I did a lot of studying of how they flow and like how they fit syllables into the beats and stuff like that. Like just like the science behind it, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. And then I don't know, I just started doing my own thing. and I listened to a lot of those guys. I resonate a lot with all of them. And I wouldn't say I take like any inspiration off what they said into why I write my music. I draw inspiration from my own life, but like I said, I resonated a lot with their music and I liked the way they carried themselves. And I was like, all right, so this is how it's done. How do I do this ColdSaint's way kind of thing? And I think I used them as the launch pad.
Is there one song in your catalog do you feel that like defines you as an artist?
I wouldn't say one song defines me. I try to be semi-versatile as much as I can be. I think if I had to tell you to go listen to a song to like get a scope of what ColdSaint is, maybe it would be Fight No More. It's one I dropped not too long ago. Or 3 in the Chamber. Like those are 2 of my favorite songs that I've made. But no, I don't think it narrows down to one song. It's hard to narrow it down.
So you release projects like Against the Odds, Midwest Maverick, and Myself Again. How would you say your sound has evolved over the years or through those projects?
I think I've gotten more lyrically inclined over the years. My production has definitely gotten way better. I did not know how to mix, and I definitely didn't know what mastering was when I first started. I think every single time I work on a song, the production gets cleaner and cleaner.
You mix and master your own shit?
I do most of it. Sometimes I got my best friend who lives out in Colorado. Yeah, he goes by Messiah IV or JLP.
For sure.
He makes pretty much all my beats actually, but I mix and master most of the work. Every now and then he does it.
That's awesome, man.
All right, shout out to him. So, which song was hardest for you to write emotionally?
Oh, definitely 3 in the Chamber.
That's the
3 in the Chamber was
show.
the hardest song. Do what?
Is that the one you perform at the show?
Probably. Yeah, I perform it at every show.
Yeah, okay, yo.
Yeah, that was the hardest one.
Explain the process of that song coming together.
Well, it's a song I attributed to 3 friends I lost to suicide. Ro, Joel, and Sheriff. 2 of them are my homies. One of them was my little cousin. And I didn't start writing it until Sheriff died. And I was like, dude, how is 3 people in my life going to commit suicide all in the matter of like, not even like a few years. Like it was a pretty back to back. I'm pretty sure Joel and Ro were like 9 months apart. It was crazy. And I don't know. I sat down and I was like, these guys deserve a tribute. They were good dudes, and I got to get this out. I don't know who to talk to it about, and just started writing. It actually didn't really hit me too hard emotionally, like until after my cousin's wake. And that's when I was like, holy cow. Like, and I went to go record it, and that was a really, really hard session.
Yeah, man. When you're in the studio, do you feel like you chase perfection, or do you tend to go with the first emotion that comes out or the first concept?
I chase perfection. I retake stuff all the time, and sometimes it ends up sounding exactly like the first take because I was overthinking it. I delete all sorts of takes. I rewrite lines all the time.
How long do you think it would take you to record one song on average? How long would it take you to record one song for you to be fully satisfied with it? To where you're like, okay, I'm gonna distribute this one.
To just record it?
To where you're satisfied, you're done tweaking it and mixing it and all that.
Oh, done
Whole process.
everything, whole process.
The whole process.
Probably 8 hours.
That's not bad, man.
I normally break it down in between like 2 or 3 sessions.
Especially if you're mixing and mastering your own shit, that's not bad at all, dog.
Yeah.
For real. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's one misconception people have about your music, do you think?
That I rip off Eminem. I'm getting real sick of hearing that one. I be posting.
I seen him in the bathroom. I was like, "What, man? Do you just throw him off spaghetti?"
I be posting stuff like the worst places, like Reddit threads, because I post my music everywhere, and these dudes on Reddit are just like, I'm so sick of white rappers thinking they're Eminem and ripping him off. And like one of the worst times, dude, oh my gosh, I saw this TikTok go like viral, right? Yeah. It's like best rapper out of Iowa, and I was on it. It was like #1, ColdSaint. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to go like say thanks in the chat, and then it says I only picked him because he's practically their wannabe Eminem of Iowa, and I was like, bro, I was about to come into the chat and say thank you, but not anymore.
Oh, the backhandery.
Okay. Let's talk Iowa Music Award. Winning the Iowa Music Award for Best Hip Hop Artist in 2024. It's a huge achievement. What did that moment mean to you, and how did you learn of the Iowa Music Awards?
That moment, I mean, it meant a lot to me, man. Like, you don't get a lot of like flowers as a rapper all the time. Like, and normally I'm stuck in grind mode. You know, I'm sitting at my house. I do so much desk work. You'd have no idea how much desk work I do. I'm normally not even just writing songs. I'm normally working on social medias, editing content, obviously scheduling it out, or I'm updating my websites, or I'm sending emails to bookers. Like, I just doing all sorts of. I basically work an office job, and you don't get those like moments where it's like, okay, yeah, hey, what you're doing is paying off, and so it did feel good to receive that award. And I heard about the IMAs when it was in production, because I'm friends with Tone, and Tone's the one that runs it. So
shout out to Tone the Boss.
Shout out to Tone the Boss.
He'll be down here soon.
We didn't Tone the Boss?
Tone the Boss, baby.
There we go. So, you've reached more than 32 million radio listeners as an independent artist. Do you ever imagine your music would have that kind of reach?
I've always been pretty confident that this stuff is going to launch off. I don't think I've ever doubted that for a second. I will say I was shocked that it was Cornbread of all songs. And don't get me wrong, I love Cornbread. I'm an Iowa boy, proud of it. And it was just, I had all these serious ones, and then my most like fun song goes viral, or it goes viral on the radio at least. It was pretty cool. I think we charted at 8th place on the independent airway charts worldwide for the DRT charts, and that was pretty cool.
That's wild.
I never thought that would happen. That was it just never crossed my mind about the DRT charts and stuff like that, and I was like, sweet. So.
Yeah, that's awesome as a motherfucker, man. You share stages with artists like Tech9, Nelly, Lil Durk, Soulja Boy, Ritz, Dizzy Wright, and Chris Calico. Which performance taught you the most, would you say? You know, sharing the stage with legends like that and big names like that. You know, what's some game you picked up from doing that?
Some game I picked up. I would say every single time I do one of those big shows, I think I step my performance up a little bit, because I'm like, all right, these guys are doing everything. They're not just sitting up here rapping. They got all sorts of stuff going. I mean, Tech9 came out there and he's got like this light show, and he's like moving with the beat and stuff like that. I also learned that I need to keep a better stock of merchandise on. I remember at the Tech9 show, we sold out of like everything, and people started getting so mad, and because I didn't have a wide range of sizes and stuff.
That's a good problem to have.
That was a great problem to have. I felt bad because like this guy comes up to my booth and he's a heavier gentleman and he's like, what? You don't like fat people? And I was like, dude, that's not what I said. I just don't have 4X's. I'm out. Like, sorry.
Yeah,
like, it's
man, that buddy just bought the last one, man. Fuck. That's how you say that. That's how I hit them shit.
So I think
I got 4X, man. Buddy just bought the last one, man. Shit.
I learned that. I learned that my merch presentation matters as well. You know, you look at these guys, they got like the fence things hung up behind them, and they got like the shirts hung off of it. They got the mannequins, the shirt racks, the lights, the signs. You know, I think for the longest time I was just repping some t-shirts and hats sitting on a flat table with a tablecloth. Finally up my merch game. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Good game, man.
You definitely seem like a steward of the craft and that you study very well. Because you definitely have a mind to understand the process of becoming what you want to become. So becoming that, do you feel over the past, let's say 10 years, I peeked into your YouTube and gave you a follow in there and subscribed to your channel. And through looking back, I did see all the way back from when you were talking about the talent show all the way through the last 10 years, and it was cool to look in there. Becoming ColdSaint, definitely learning your name was one thing, but what about the ColdSaint today? Who do you think you are today versus who you were when you became ColdSaint?
I think I'm definitely a lot sharper than I was back then. And I do a lot of studying. It's actually, I have a full to-do list, and every single day on my to-do list it renews. I have to study something. I do think the game is forever evolving, and if I don't keep up with that curve, I'm gonna fall behind. And so I think if like younger ColdSaint looked at me today, he would just be like, all right, cool, we're getting more professional. Like it's like I'm not slowing down at all. And I think I don't know. I'm having a hard time answering that question other than that. I think the young ColdSaint would just be like, all right, sweet, we're not falling off. Like
Still grinding at it.
Still grinding.
Still working hard.
I want you to tell the story of how you got the Tech 9 show.
Tyreek, I'm so sorry. I called the promoter like so many times, dude. I kept calling him and he was like, dude, he's like, I just don't think they're having any locals on this show. Like, they've got their own set going on. I'm like, but do you know? I'm like, do you know? I'm like, have you, like, has he said anything? And he's like, no, I sent it in. He hasn't said anything yet. I'm like, cool. And like, I call him again, like in a day or 2 days. I just keep calling. And it gets to be like 4 days before the show, and I've called so many times. And I gave up on calling.
If you had to guess how many times by that time, how many would you say, realistically?
I always say 20 when I'm like telling a story, but like it was probably more like 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's still a lot though.
It was still a lot. I could tell I was probably bugging him, which is totally fair. But yeah, I mean, 4 days before the show, I was supposed to be going to Costa Rica, and I get a call, and he's like, dude, he's like, Tech cleared you. He said you can be on the show. And I was like, no way. I'm like, let's go, dude. So I call and I like rearrange my flights and everything. I'm like, I'm doing this show. That was awesome. That was one of my favorite shows to date, other than my overseas tours.
Did you actually get to meet him and hang with him and all that?
No, dude. Tech's been in the game. He's been in the game so long, dude. He just wants to hang out in his green room, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd imagine at every show he does, his openers are probably like, yo, can you sign me? Can you help me out? So I wasn't about to be one of those guys. I was like, look, he's in his green room for a reason. I'm just going to leave him be.
Wait, you're okay with blowing the phone up, but you're not okay with asking that question?
Well, you don't get, in this game, artists pay attention, all right? In this game, you don't get anywhere by bugging the artist. You get somewhere by bugging his team, calling management or whoever does their bookings or whatever, but calling the artist, I mean, he's just trying to do the art. Granted, Tech 9 might be a little different. He is kind of like, he's got that dog in him, dude. He's doing a lot. He's got a whole compound, and like he's running a lot of shows. But I think the best way to get in with people is not asking the artist to help you out. It's asking the people who are helping that artist to connect you with the same people, because that's how business is done. Business isn't done by reaching out. Like, I'm not going to call Eminem and go, hey, can I get a feature? Please, please, please. I'd call whoever handles that and be like, hey, like, how much?
What can you tell us about the Lil Durk show?
Lil Durk was crazy, dude. I wasn't expecting to get that show. That's such a contrast to, like, I feel like me and Lil Durk are very different artists, and so that was a little interesting going in there.
Where was this at?
This was at Horizon Event Center in Clive, Iowa. And I loved it. It was a great show. The crowd gave an amazing response. I came in and everybody was wearing these ski masks, shiesties, I guess. And I remember I was like, yo, so what's with the masks? I asked this one guy, and he's like, well, you know, in case it pops off, I'm ready. And I was like, what? I go up to my brother who's there in the crowd. I was like, dog, I'm like, stay away from anybody wearing a mask.
Your ass coffee, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, that might have been one of my most intense crowds.
Holy shit. Did you get to meet Durkio, or did you just get to watch him perform?
No, I didn't get to see him. I think he also instantly went straight to his green room.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So you've performed in Thailand, Bulgaria, and Indonesia. What was it like with seeing fans connect with your music halfway across the world?
It's amazing, man. I mean, it's crazy, like, how music can break that boundary of language. I mean, and people just kind of understand you. Like, they might not know exactly what I'm saying, but, like, they're feeling the energy, and, like, they really rock with it, man. I mean, especially over in Asia, they love American hip-hop. And my first time going was in Thailand in 2019. I remember we did one show, and all of a sudden people are following us to other shows. They're popping out. We went to a nightclub. They popped out to the nightclub. This place packed out like 20 minutes after we got there. I didn't even realize it was because of us until when we tried to leave, the owner was like, no, stay. He's like, free table for you guys. You bring your business. It was me. It was Brad Thompson. He was doing security and also just kind of doing a little road management. Bo James was there. We had King Tez was on that one. Oh man, dude. Lyrical was on that one. There was a lot of people on this one. And that was awesome. That's what really kicked it off. And then I was supposed to do a world tour in 2020, I believe. I was supposed to go to Kosovo, China, Albania, I believe Hungary. I had like a shoe deal with somebody out in LA coming, and then COVID broke out and messed it all up, and it ended all that. And then a few years later, I got a call back from people in Thailand and went and did a solo tour in 2024, and that was just me. I actually went totally alone because you don't get paid a lot to do these ones. And normally it comes from sponsors. And so I went out there and toured for 3 weeks by myself with just me and a videographer. And a videographer that I hired out there that I didn't even know who he was before he showed up to the airport. I'm like, hey, we're together for 21 days, bro. But yeah, it's been awesome.
You recently charted at number 8 on the global top 150 independent airplay chart. How validating was that accomplishment?
That was pretty cool. I did like that. I put the plaque up in my office.
I did right.
You always get so scared, like working with a bunch of marketing companies and stuff, and like you're like, I wonder if these guys are gonna scam me, kind of thing. And like I did a campaign with a bunch of different services. I mean, this does not happen by accident. Anybody that tells you that, I mean, either they got so lucky or they're lying. Like you're not just hot and blow up. You have to do a full campaign, hit algorithms, and work on, at least from my experience. And I remember what really validated, I'm like, all right, cool, it's working. As my buddy out in Connecticut, he goes, dude, some guy just drove by my house in a Cadillac bumping Cornbread during the campaign. And I was like, sweet. We were gaming, and we were on the mic, and he's like, you'll never believe this.
That's hard, man.
But it was pretty cool.
Is there any international tours or countries that you're hoping to do?
I want to go to Poland. I keep talking to y'all out in Poland, my boys out there. I'm trying to go to Poland. Poland and Ireland would be really cool.
You spent time talking at middle schools, high schools about mental health and perseverance. Why is that work so important to you?
I just remember when I was a kid and like I just wish I had somebody to talk to, man. Like, I had nobody that could relate with me, and like nobody to like that I felt like I wouldn't sound crazy talking to about like my stepdad at home freaking out, and like cops running out of my house all the time. And I just felt alone, man. And I like going into the schools and letting the kids know, like, if this is happening at your house, like, it happened to me too, and I ended up being okay. Like, I'm getting it figured out. You're gonna be fine. Like, get help. Here's what you can do. Like, I try to give my advice, and like I try to teach kids how to channel it into something else. That way, you know, I think it's kind of crazy that I didn't grow up doing drugs and breaking the law and getting in trouble like a lot of people would have in my shoes. I turned to music and I tried to make something positive out of it, and I just hope that I can, you know, empower some of those kids to do the same thing. That's why it's important.
That's real.
What is one lesson you wish every independent artist knew before starting their journey?
Well, I kind of said earlier, it doesn't happen by accident. There is an algorithm to this. And it does take a lot of work. Having a business mentality is the most important thing you can have as an artist, because if you're just an artist, you're going to get screwed. I mean, you can't just be an artist and get big. You can just be an artist and keep throwing stuff at SoundCloud or whatever you want to do if you just do it for the love of doing it. But you need a business mentality. You need to study. You need to go network with people, and you need to keep up on things, and don't fall behind. That's really important.
If someone says independent artists can't compete with major labels, what would you tell them?
I would say that labels are becoming obsolete and they're dying out, and independent really is the way to go, like 90% of the time now. Because back in the day, when labels were signing everybody and blowing them up, we didn't have the internet. You couldn't market yourself properly. You had your records, your CDs or whatever. You had to push to the people. You had to be everywhere. Now you can be everywhere without even leaving your house. And that really knocks down a lot of what a label can do for you. Labels aren't bad at all, but you know, odds are if they give you a deal, it's more in their favor than it is in yours. You can definitely make it as an independent artist. We got plenty of great independent artists.
Sure. Tell us about your upcoming single, Genie in a Bottle, and what's the story behind it?
So since I submitted and talked to you guys about this before the podcast and told you what I had going on, I didn't know I was being scammed. And Genie in a Bottle.
That beat.
It was that beat. Yeah, I bought a beat off some guy who, I think he said he was in Iran, or he was in another country, and he told me that they lost everything. I mean, looking at it, I feel kind of stupid now, but you know, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. He signed all the paperwork, and I got the beat, and then I went to upload it with TuneCore, and I mixed and mastered it, did everything. I submitted to my registration sites and all of it, and then I get pinged and go, hey, this is AI. And I'm like, at first I was like, they think I'm so good that I'm perfect, like AI? Like, what do you mean? And I remembered, I didn't make the beat. My boy didn't make this beat. And so I got scammed. So we're waiting on Skycrow to finish remaking the beat. Genie in a Bottle will still be coming out because I ain't giving up on it. But yeah, that is a new problem, y'all. So pay attention, get your stems. So.
I seen you on a new show with Skycrow. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we're doing the Weekend Warriors tour. I'm on it for, I think, 6 shows. I wish I was awesome and knew exactly everywhere I was going and when I was going. I believe it starts August 7th. But you can find the info at www.coldsaint.com on the shows tab. Flyers on there. It should be a good time. Shout out Skycrow.
Show together.
What's up?
We're playing the Des Moines one together.
I'm not on that one. I'm only on like 6 of them. Yeah, so I had stuff going on that weekend. I already have another show.
What can fans expect from the Headed to the Lake music video?
It's gonna be crazy, dude. The lake music video was awesome. I went out to the Lake of the Ozarks and I wanted to shoot a music video, Lil Dicky Save That Money style.
Yeah.
And so I go out to Papa Chubby's, which is a resort on the Lake of the Ozarks, and I just started asking all sorts of people, hey, can we use your boat for the video? Do you guys want to be in the video? Can we use your golf cart? Like, yada, yada, that. So I've got $1 million boats in my video. I've got drone footage on like a racing boat. I've got jet ski footage. It was a turbocharged jet ski that we were gunning it on. I've got so many people in this music video. I've got elderly people in this video. I've got young people in this video. I've got so many people. And I'm looking to drop it I believe August 29th. I'm trying to figure out the rest of this release party detail thing, but it's going to be crazy, and it is definitely going to be one of my more wild music videos.
Man, I'm ready for that motherfucker, dog.
Are there any surprises or collaborations that fans should keep an eye out on?
Not at the moment, but me and Ray West have been talking a little bit about how we should be doing a track together.
Hello.
We ain't done it yet, but we should. We should do it.
The basement always solidifies the shit. Once you come down here, it happens. 5 years from now, what do you hope people are saying about ColdSaint?
That everybody knows who ColdSaint is. And that I didn't sell out. I kept it 100 at all times. All right? Still spitting about the stuff he said he was going to be spitting about back when he first started.
What would be your definition of selling out of curiosity?
If I end up getting frosted tips, tatting my face, and cussing in all my records and talking about women and drugs, I sold out. Sold out.
That's fair.
Not that you guys can't do that. I'm just not going to do that.
So what advice would you give someone going through the hardships who feels like giving up on their dreams?
Well, two things are for certain. If you keep trying, eventually something's got to happen with it. You keep going at it, something's got to happen. You never truly fail unless you quit. And if you don't try, you will absolutely not get anywhere. That's 100% sure. So you might as well just give it a go, because why not? I mean, we're all going to die anyways, man. Just give it a go.
That's real shit. What's a legacy you hope to leave, not just as an artist, but as a person?
That you can overcome anything. I truly believe that. Like I said earlier, 10% of the problem is the problem itself, 90% of it's how you handle it. That's exactly what tragedy to triumph means.
Where'd you get that from?
We just talked about it in the schools a lot. I actually don't remember where that came from. We just started talking about it in the studio. Me and a few dudes, we were talking about like what my brand's all about, and we talked about overcoming tribulations, and we were like, oh, we take our tragedies, we turn them to triumphs, and we said tragedy to triumph. But I would love to leave that mark on people, because I think a lot of people feel like it's the end of the world when it doesn't have to be, you know.
Is there any rappers in Des Moines or any musicians in Des Moines that influenced you on your come up, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody that you...
When I was like 17, Will Keeps actually helped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
He brought me in and did a few shows with me, and he taught me some stuff before I got involved with like the Stale movement. That's a story that doesn't get told too much. So shout out Will Keeps. He was very helpful to me because I didn't have a lot of people to talk to about music at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Now I do this with everybody. Okay, so we're gonna do this basketball style. Okay, you're a head coach. You know
Oh,
what I'm
boy.
saying? You're a head coach. Now you need to establish a team of 5 musicians that's gonna take on the whole world, but they gotta be from Iowa.
From Iowa?
They gotta be from Iowa.
Doesn't have to be in order. It can just be 5 of them.
Starting 5. They're all equal. They're starting 5.
Okay. They have to be from Des Moines or just Iowa?
Iowa.
Iowa? Okay. I'm throwing myself on there, all right? If you ain't your biggest
You're the coach,
supporter.
you're already on there.
I'm already on there? All right, cool. They gotta be rappers?
Whatever you want.
Musicians? Okay.
Just gotta take on everybody.
Entre Luce. It's gotta be on there.
He's coming down here too.
Classic.
Shout out
Really
Classic.
like Classic, dude. Classic goes hard.
Classic.
Zepster. He's dope.
City.
He's dope. Big Ray West. I don't want to get beat up before I leave here. No, I'm just
knows
kidding.
that.
I put him on. Big Ray West. Oh man, I don't want to leave people out. Thinking too hard about this. Hold on. This is a hard question. Nobody's asked me this before. I would say, Also Tone on there. Tone does a lot around
Tone
Iowa.
the boss, man. That's some good shit. Man, let's hit him with some rapid fire. I'm gonna go one, you hit him with the other.
Yep.
Favorite artist of all time?
Gosh dang it.
Say it. Say it.
Eminem, dude. Eminem. Absolutely Eminem. Or NF.
Favorite Eminem album?
The Marshall Mathers LP.
Coffee or energy drink?
Coffee.
Morning person or night owl?
Night Owl.
Favorite city you performed in?
Des Moines. Des Moines.
Talk to him. Thailand, Bulgaria, or Indonesia?
Thailand.
Dream artist to collaborate with?
NF.
Favorite song you've ever written?
Fight No More.
One word that describes ColdSaint?
Triumphant.
Studio or stage?
Stage.
Go-to pre-show meal?
Ooh. A Blardo's burrito.
Hidden talent outside of music?
I'm good on the sticks, dude. I play games. I'm a gamer.
Biggest pet peeve?
Liars.
If you weren't making music, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be dead. I ain't got nothing.
One piece of advice for every independent artist in one sentence?
Was it Jay-Z? You're not a businessman. You're the business, man.
Hello.
So, just to finish things off here, I really wanted to touch on the mental health again, and it seems like a recurring theme in your music. How has music helped you with your healing?
It's helped a lot, man. I think I think if I didn't find music, I genuinely think I wouldn't be here today. I really don't think I'd be here. There was so many times I wanted to give up, and it was like an upcoming show would keep me going, or like every time I hit the stage, it's like I could reset that like meter of like how I'm feeling kind of thing. Yeah, man, that's kind of the best way I can put it.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on anything. You look up ColdSaint, ColdSaint. One word, you'll find me. Or just go to coldsaint.com.
Thank you for sitting down with us here at GFG TV.
Hey, thanks for having me.